The news. Economic Community of West African States tells President Muhammadu Buhari to address fuel, NAIRA scarcity before election. Central Bank of Nigeria debunks plan to shut down financial transactions over elections. Equatorial Guinea government rejects, dismisses resolutions by European Union Parliament. And on sports, Flying Eagles peep Junior Pharaoh 1-0 to keep hope alive at the ongoing AFCON Under-20 tournament in Morocco. This is MLC TV Global News, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the confluent state of Nigeria. I am Joshua Adenoy. Thanks for joining us. Kogi State government says the chairman of the Economic and Financial Crime Commission, EFCC, Abdurrashid Bawa, had shown that his mandate was to bring down perceived enemies of those who planted him there. The State Commissioner for Information and Communication, Kingsley Fanwo, made the assertion in a statement while reacting to the agency's recent activities against the state. Fanwo described as disgraceful fixation on the state in the pursuit of desperate political interest of its chairman, Abdurrashid Bawa, and his godfathers. Fanwo noted that Bawa had shown that his mandate at the EFCC was to bring down perceived enemies of his sponsors at the expense of the nation's integrity. He said the fact that EFCC could send out a press statement titled Court Order Interim for Future of 14 properties linked to Kogi State government showed clearly that an uninformed mind has been picked to oversee the affairs of an agency as important as the EFCC. According to the commissioner, the Kogi State government has no property that can be forfeited to the federal government under any guise, saying that it is a campaign of calumny taken too far. Fanwo noted that it was clear that the EFCC had declared a tactless open war against the Kogi State government, owing mainly to the governor's unflinching loyalty to the All Progressives Congress (APC) and not individuals, stressing that the governor was not one that could be cowed once he believes in a cause. The state government thanked Nigerians for standing by what is right. The Economic Community of West Africa State Observers Mission to Nigeria has implored the federal government to be proactive in addressing the fuel and cash scarcity the citizens of the country are facing. The mission, led by former President of Sierra Leone, Ernest Bai Koroma, gave the advice during a visit to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Geoffrey Onyema, in Abuja. ECOWAS noted that insecurity crisis in the country should be resolved before the February 25th election. According to Koroma, the scarcity of fuel will affect the movement of the citizens, including INEC officials. He also said the scarcity of cash is another concern of the mission that has been raised by observers and also the political parties that they have met. Responding, Onyema explained that the scarcity of naira and fuel has been a huge challenge for the government, but however disclosed that the government is currently taking measures to suppress the burden on Nigerians. Ahead of the election, Onyema enjoined politicians and their respective parties to be peaceful and orderly all through the election period. Ahead of the upcoming general elections, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has debunked rumors of its plans to halt financial transactions from 23rd to the 27th of February 2023. CBN stated that the report was false and advised the public to beware of fake news. This week, there have been reports making the rounds on various social media platforms that the Apex Bank will shut down all electronic bank network between Thursday and Monday in order to prevent vote buying. The rumors came amidst the NAIRA redesign policy and currency swap, which had resulted in scarcity of cash across several regions in the country. Now on politics. Presidential candidates of the various political parties have been reassured that only the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has the power to announce results during Saturday's general elections. A retired Nigerian Army general and an elder statesman, General Abdusalam Abubakar, stated this as all political parties converged at the International Conference Center in Abuja for the signing of the Second Peace Accord. The former military ruler of Nigeria encouraged political parties to respect INEC as the only constitution of authority who will announce the results. He charged them to ensure that their supporters refrain from disseminating fake news. The Inspector General of Police, Usman Alkali Baba, has ordered a restriction of all forms of vehicular movement on roads, waterways, and other forms of transportation from 12 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Election Day. In a statement by the first spokesman, Muyiwa Adejobi, the IGP explained that those on essential services such as INEC officials, electoral observers, ambulance responding to medical emergencies, fire, among others, are exempted. He explained that the move was necessary to ensure a secured environment for the election as well as law and order management. During the elections, the IGP also prohibited security agencies and escort from accompanying their principals and politicians to polling booths and collation centers. The police warned that anyone found flouting the directive will be severely sanctioned. He emphasizes that only security personnel specifically assigned to election duties are to be seen within and around the designated election booths and centers. Also, the ban on unauthorized use of sirens, revolving lights, covered number plates, and tinted glasses, he said, are still in force, adding that violators would be sanctioned appropriately. All state-established and owned security outfit and organizations, quasi-security units, and privately owned guard and security outfit are also advised to stay away from participating in election security management. The IGP enjoined all citizens to shun vote buying, vote selling, hate speech, misinformation and disinformation, snatching of ballot boxes, and other criminal acts, as the force and other security agencies will leave no stone unturned in ensuring that all violators of extant laws, especially the Electoral Act 2022 as amended, are brought to book. Less than 24 hours to the Presidential and National Assembly elections, the Anambra State Police Command has assured residents of their readiness to combat hoodlums and provide security before, during, and after the elections. The State Commissioner of Police, Icheng, gave the assurance at a press briefing in the state.
Those who think that they can disrupt this election, to re-advise themselves. If they come out to do anything, the weight of the law will be fully on them. Our advice is that they should stay off, because election is going to hold in Anambra State. Deploy unarmed men, law enforcement agents to man the 5,720 polling units across the state. B, to escort and protect all INEC personnel and AFCON staff on election duty, which we have commenced today. Escort and protect all sensitive and non-sensitive electoral material as may be required by INEC. Provide robust security, confidence building patrols across the community to ensure or reassure the citizenry.
Icheng enjoined residents to come out en masse and perform their basic responsibility on the election day, 25th February 2023. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, in Bayelsa State says it has received sensitive and non-sensitive materials for the 2023 general elections. INEC Resident Electoral Commissioner in the state, Emmanuel Hart, made this known in an interview with newsmen at the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, where the materials were collated in Yenagoa, Bayelsa State capital. Hart noted that the materials are in order and are set for onward distribution to the various local government areas of the state.
And as we speak, the political observers, they are there, watching what they are doing, because we are bent on delivering everything transparently.
Similarly, Anambra State INEC Resident Electoral Commissioner Elizabeth Agung, while monitoring the distribution of the sensitive and non-sensitive election materials to the local government councils, said they were all intact and ready for the elections.
INEC is well prepared, material, main, well trained, everything. You will see how we are poised for action. I'm just calling on Nigerians to come out and do the needful. Come and cast your vote so that you decide who rules you in the next 4 years. What you're seeing here is the beavers and the ballot papers, the result sheets. They are all ready.
We go on a short break. We'll be right back.
My people, uno well done, oh. My name na Will Stevens. I be the Oga for America Matter for Lagos. Election this year na February 25. America no get candidate for this election, oh. And we no get party where we like pass. The thing where we support for this election na fair democratic process. We go show wetin Nigerian people like. Make we all put body for this election. Any party where you like, make you there, your vote matter. Man, woman, youth, adult, make you carry your PVC. Go vote for the person where they your mind. My people, I take God beg una. Election no be war, oh. No follow anybody fight because of vote. Una get luck, say Nigeria be one country where una fit choose your next leader. This chance where una get mean say you suppose put body for this election. No waiting day and no cause any yawa on the election day. God go bless Nigeria. God go bless America. Safe join.
Welcome back. The Kogi State governorship race is set, and more than 15 citizens of the state have shown interest, and some have picked their expression of interest and nomination forms. At the All Progressives Congress APC National Secretariat Abuja, some of them spoke extensively about their plans to journalists. Our reporter who monitored from the sister stations has more.
Kogi governorship race is gathering momentum since the sales of interest and nomination forms was announced. 18 members of the All Progressives Congress APC have picked their expression of interest and nomination forms. At the APC Secretariat, some of them who spoke to journalists about their vision and mission said Kogi can be better. Shuaibu Abubakar Audu said it is his desire to build on the legacies his father, late Prince Audu Abubakar, left, as well as continue where the present administration will stop.
And I want to present myself today to the people of Kogi State that I can carry on the mantle and take the development of Kogi State to a new level. The reason why I purchased the governorship form is to build on the legacy of the current executive governor of Kogi State, Governor Yaya Adoza Bello, particularly in the areas of infrastructural development as well as security. He has done a very good job in those two areas. Thirdly, and very, very importantly, is also to honor the legacy of our great father, our great political icon, Prince Abubakar Audu of blessed memory.
The senator representing Kogi Central, Yakubu Oseni, promised to consolidate on the achievements of Governor Yahya Bello. He said he is fit for the position.
There is this slogan that says, "An idle mind is a devil's workshop." I am very creative. If you follow my trend, right from banking sector to Kogi State Internal Revenue Service, to the Senate. I'm very, very creative. First, when we are given the opportunity, job creation. Once there is job creation, all the problem is solved. And of course, when we say job creation, people may be thinking we are going to employ people in Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Industry, Ministry of this. No, that is not what we call job creation. We create enabling environment. Bring in investors. Give the people what they need to fetch for themselves. Once everybody is gainfully engaged, the level of insecurity will collapse. Hunger will collapse. All the social vices will go away. Then the society will be good for everybody.
Engineer Oziraji Oyems described Senator Oseni as a humbled gentleman and said his kind of person is who Kogi State needs. He vowed to support him all the way.
This is to ensure that the land of Kogi experience a diversional great leadership that will impact on the lives of others. But since I met Senator Oseni while putting that book together, I knew I met a gentleman of repute, an endangered species. Right here, I have met Aldo's son. I've met a smarter than me, and we all agreed we were going to go to farm and cultivate. But when I and distinguished Senator Oseni spoke yesterday, I realized that two captains cannot drive the same boat. So I want to speak clearly and encourage everyone here. A lot of people had picked the phone. I had gotten my teller, and my team are outside. The drum beat is going to go between today and tomorrow. But I'm saying clearly that I'm stepping aside. If you go out to see my posters and my banner, so that we can work together. So my brother, I want to assure you of the support of the Igbiras in diaspora, Igbiras in Ikwehi, Igbiras in Ihima, Igbiras in Ajakuta. Please support distinguished Senator Yakubu Oseni.
We are affirming that he's a gentleman, and we're also affirming that if given the opportunity, he is going to make Kogi State a better place.
Another aspirant, Sanusi Ohiare, who is the youngest among them, said at 37, he has acquired enough experience to govern the state.
And my single motivation of being part of the solution led me to studying economics at my undergraduate level, a master's in energy finance, and obtaining a PhD in rural energy development at 29. Fresh out of university, I had the opportunity of working for a top-tier government agency in Nigeria. But I deliberately chose instead to develop myself and seek solutions to solving the rural electrification challenges of our country by accepting a job offer with an international development agency that was focused on supporting the Nigerian government develop policies, regulations, and generate data on rural electrification. My work took me to the most rural and neglected communities in Nigeria, where I saw firsthand the impact of lack of electricity in extremely rural communities and how it affected every aspect of their lives, and how this can be traced to the inactions of politicians at various levels. I also saw how the lack of appropriate government policies, regulations, and models and plans have hampered prioritization of renewable energy and rural electrification in the country. It was in the course of this journey, especially having helped develop the right policies, plans, and regulations for government, that it became imperative to be part of its implementation on the other side. This was how I got appointed as an executive director at the Rural Education Agency at the age of 32, the youngest appointee of Mr. President then. It was at the Rural Education Agency as the pioneer executive director of the hitherto comatose fund that I got the opportunity through creating enabling programs and appropriate business models and guidelines, and working collaboratively with various stakeholders to attract funds from private sector, international development agencies, and other commercial banks, and were able to raise over $600 million for various electrification programs for project implementation in rural Nigeria.
Ohiare commended the present administration of Muhammadu Buhari and Yahya Bello, who he said have laid a good example he must follow.
Permit me to use this medium to thank President Muhammadu Buhari for appointing me for the first 5 years in March 2017 and reappointing me in January 2022 for this very important role, which has afforded me the opportunity of tremendous personal, professional, and political growth. However, none of these would have been possible if I didn't dare to dream, and if God did not use an enigma and a colossus in the persons of Yahya Adoza Bello to inspire every Nigerian youth to be courageous and take the bull by the horns and make hay while the sun shines. Kogi State has made tremendous progress under the dexterous leadership of His Excellency Yahya Adoza Bello, who became governor of Kogi at the age of 40 and widely opened his doors for women emancipation and youth in politics and governance over the last 7 years. Under Alhaji Yahya Adoza Bello, Kogi State has inched closer towards a more perfect union, given the prevalence of the ethnic divide before he assumed office in 2016, which is evidenced in the current dimension of the Kogi race for governorship, where voters are no longer considering your ethnicity or your religion, but researching on your person, your character, your antecedents, and capacity to deliver.
Recall in our last report, we told you that the Chief of Staff to the Governor, Yahya Bello, Abdulkarim Muhammad Jamil, and Senator Smart Adeyemi have also picked their farms. The State Deputy Governor, Edward Onoja, State Accountant General, Momo Jibril, State Auditor General, Yakubu Okala, Local Government Auditor General, Usman Ododo, State Contractor, Engineer Friday Idachaba, and Deputy National Publicity Secretary, APC, Moritala Ajaka, have also picked. On the side of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, 8 members already picked their party interests and nomination forms, among which is Yomi Awane, the former Kogi State Deputy Governor. The INEC has scheduled April 10 for a primary election that will produce flag bearers of both parties and many others. Khadijat Mohammed, reporting for MLC TV.
And on the foreign scene, the Israeli military has reportedly carried out airstrikes in the Gaza Strip after Palestinian militants in the territory fired rockets at the southern Israel. The military said 6 rockets were launched from Gaza at dawn, 5 of which were intercepted. Shortly afterwards, Israel's warplane hit what it identified as 2 Hamas militant sites. No one is reported to have been hurt. The exchange follows an Israeli raid in Nablus in the occupied West Bank on Wednesday, which killed 11 Palestinians. Both Hamas, which controls Gaza, and another militant group, Palestinian Islamic Jihad, had issued threat of retaliation. The Vice President of Equatorial Guinea, Teodoro Nguema Obiang Magwe, has dismissed a resolution by the European Parliament which holds the country's authorities responsible for the death of an opposition leader, Julio Obama Mefuman. The government of Equatorial Guinea vehemently rejects and dismisses the unfounded accusations made by the European Parliament regarding the alleged human rights violations in the country through its unfortunate resolution. The deceased Spanish national and member of the opposition movement for the liberation of the Third Republic of Equatorial Guinea, Julio Obama Mefuman, was accused by the authorities of plotting to overthrow the government. On sports, let's join Jonah Malik.
Other sports updates. AfCON Blessed Club have emerged top at the Maiden Lagos Athletics Club Series with 4,746 points, followed by Eagles Sight Club with 4,574, while Ubong Wolves had 3,710 points, Sheku Traders 2,664, and No Sweet Club 1,770 points to complete the top 5 clubs. The event was held at the Yaba College of Technology Sports Complex February 19th. The four-leg event is organized by the Lagos State Athletic Association and is aimed at encouraging club participation in tournaments as well as encouraging athletes to work as a team. Over 600 athletes across the country from the registered 24 clubs turned up for the first leg, with the top teams sharing the 1 million naira purse made available by the organizers for the first leg of the 10 million naira prize money tournament. Technical Director of LSAA Enefiok Udo Obong said he was impressed with the performance of the athletes. Winners of one of the women's 200-meter final at that Bright of Osheku Traders described the event as an opportunity for her to showcase her talent as well as to test her strength against some top athletes. Still on sports, Nigeria under-20 men's team, the Flying Eagles, defeated host Egypt 1-0 on match day 2 of the ongoing under-20 African Cup of Nations at the Cairo International Stadium on Wednesday to keep hope of qualifying for the knockout stage of the competition alive after their opening defeat to Senegal. The Flying Eagles lost 1-0 to the Junior Teranga Lions of Senegal on Sunday, but fought hard to get a vital victory against Egypt on Wednesday. Nigeria are in Group A alongside Egypt, Senegal and Mozambique. The win takes Nigeria to second place on the log in Group A, 3 points behind Senegal, who thrashed Mozambique 3-0 in their second match after their opening win over Flying Eagles. The Young Pharaohs played a goalless draw in their first game against Mozambique and are third on the log with 1 point but with a goal difference, while Mozambique have 1 point and a 3-goal difference from 2 matches. Bosso's boys will be hoping to seal a quarter-final spot when they play Mozambique on Saturday in their last group match. And that's sport update on MLC TV News. I am Malik Jonah reporting.
Thanks for the update, Jonah. And that is the size of our package. If you love what we are doing, do support us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, Malachite TV. Like and follow our Facebook page, MLC TV and MLC TV 2. Instagram, MLC TV 2021. Twitter, MLC TV 1. For your event coverage, appearance on any of our programs, contributions, comments, advert placement or sponsorship, please call or send SMS to any of our numbers displayed on your screen. Join Malachite TV online on weekends to watch our various programs. Saturday 7 p.m. Political Arena, Sunday 6 p.m. Women's World, and Monday 9 a.m. The Opinion. It's Malachite TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. Endeavor to go out and cast your vote for your chosen candidate on the 25th of February and 11th March 2023. Remember, your vote is your power. Don't waste it. Please be your brother's keeper to build a happier and better society together. I remain Joshua Adenoy. Thanks for watching.